Yo, um, welcome. Today I wanted to just talk and kind of just vent since YouTube is pretty much like the only place where I don't know, just yell into the void. You know, there's people who watch and stuff and you guys comment and I like responding to you guys and having interactions and stuff. But mostly it's the void, you know, and that's to be expected since I'm just a dude. Nothing special about me. But I at least wanted to say, like, go more into detail about why I've been gone for so long, or at least why I keep like appearing and then disappearing. And it's because I've been dealing with a lot of stuff that I shouldn't be dealing with at my age. I have to, I don't know, it's horrible. A few months ago when, what is it? Not a few months ago, when I started this YouTube channel, I was in a rough spot. I was working and living at a family member's house and stuff, and then also studying and doing my homework for college and stuff. And it was fine because, you know, it was family. Then some stuff came up and I needed to get, you know, a better place, my own place, because I needed internet and stuff and all these other things. It's like the internet I had before, it was like the little hotspot break thingy. I wasn't doing so well. And so I got to work. I managed to get a better job. I got paid more, and I was able to afford my own place. And I was doing really good. I got internet. I was uploading more stuff because I had, you know, I had more. I don't know. I could do more. Then eventually something really bad happened. My mother started having, this is really personal, hallucinations and stuff. She would tell me she'd hear voices and that the voices weren't very kind, and I of course grew concerned for her because she would tell me about these things, and I got really scared. I was like, what's happening? Why are these people doing this to you? And so I did a test to see if maybe, you know, maybe it wasn't, maybe she was hearing something. And we sat down together, like right next to each other in chairs, and we quieted down so I could listen. And when I tell you this, it really did hurt me. I didn't hear anything. And so my concern grew even more because now I didn't understand what was happening. Now I didn't know what to do. So I took her to the hospital. There they did some checks on her, they did a whole bunch of other things, and I had to stay with her because she didn't want to be alone. And it ended up costing me my job, my better job. But it's not like I didn't have a job, and so I was still making some money, but it just not as much as I did before. And so I did my best. Well, we figured out what was going on with my mom, and eventually they they sat me down and they told us that he has a tumor like a growth growing in her lung, or on her lung, one of her lungs, and that is why she feels shortness of breath, and it might be affecting her in other ways. When I asked him if it was cancerous or anything, they explained to me that at the moment it was benign, but that if we didn't deal with it, sooner or later it could become cancerous, or it could continue to grow and continue to, you know, harm her, make it harder and harder to breathe, or, you know, do other things. We were also told that they didn't really know what was happening and why she heard voices. That it was something that we would have to go to a psychiatrist for, which, of course, there was a thing I can't afford because my mother is unable to work. So after all this, I've been taking care of her. And it's not her fault or anything, but after losing my job because of having to be there for her, well, it became way harder to support us, support two people. And so I've been struggling, really struggling. I've been stressed out. I have been thinking really bad thoughts again. I went through depression before, and all of this just brought it up, especially the fact that we have medical debt now because all the checkups she needed a lot of tests. She had physicians and doctors and all these other people having to come in to check on her and do tests on her, and in the end everything just piled up, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I've been trying to get a better job. I've been applying to places, and it doesn't, no one's hiring. No one's hiring a college student with barely any experience. And I am slowly but surely reaching my breaking point. It's really bad. It's really bad. I try to keep positive, you know? Be like, yeah, I'll get a better job. I'll be able to do this. I'll do that. I'll do this, you know? I don't wanna let people know how bad it really is, because I'm the type of person that keeps everything bottled up. I have friends, really good friends. I've spoken about them before in a video I made about how I overcame my depression because of my friends, how much they helped me, even though they didn't really do anything specific. They were just there for me and, like, you know, encouraged me to go outside and have fun and be a normal. And there are many things I don't tell them, and this is one of them. I don't like showing people how badly my life is going, because it makes me feel like a failure. That's a horrible feeling, especially to people who you don't want to think of you any different way. You want them to think, you know, he's our bro. He's just a normal dude that we chill out with. And all me telling them would do is just I don't know. It would. I can't. I can't share it with people. That's why I made this video, because, you know, I'm not speaking to anyone face to face. It's just me talking into my recording and playing a game, as I've always done, de-stress. That's mainly that's like the main reason I play games, which is something I recently came to understand, is that I've played games my whole life because games are an escape for me. They help me stop thinking about all the horrible shit I'm dealing with. But yeah, I'm in debt. Take care of my mother. I can barely even pay rent, food, and internet, and whatever's left over is just, I can't, it's not enough. It's like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of debt. And I've tried in insurance, grandmother, and other things, but they don't want to. They don't want to give her any because of what she has. And I don't know what to do. That's been me this whole entire time that I haven't been uploading. I don't know what to do. I want to get help, but whenever I try to, I get none. I am struggling very much, man. These past 2 to 3 months, I've been contemplating doing some really horrible shit to myself, because I'm getting tired of dealing with everything I'm dealing with. But because of the coward I am, which I spoke about on that video again, I never did do anything while suffering from depression, because I am deeply afraid of death. Incredibly afraid. I think that anyone who did, or who has committed suicide, is incredibly brave. I don't think they should have done it, and I don't think it's a good thing, but you have to be incredibly brave to do something like that, and I'm not that. Instead, I feel like I'll just slowly rot away mentally until I'm just a husk, until I can't handle the stress and everything going on anymore, and I don't know, my brain dies or something, and I go away peacefully without even knowing, because that's the only way that'll happen. But the more I get stressed, the more I get calls from people going, hey, you need to do this, or hey, we're talking about this, or hey, we're gonna come over and repossess stuff because of this. I lose mental stamina. My mental stability just goes poof. And it's been really, really bad because, like, there's been a few times already where I just laid down and I have a massive headache because of some shit that happened that day, and I close my eyes, and when I wake up, it's already the next day, and I missed basically the entire day and didn't do anything productive. And that's not good. Not a good thing. Because that's just how my brain acts. The more I get stressed, the more headaches I get, the more I deal with, the more I just shut down. The less active I become. Even though I know that's not good. I need to do more. I need to search for a better job harder. I need to search for an insurance company that'll help us out harder. I need to do all these things while at the same time dealing with my mother telling me, why don't you have a better job already? Or other family members as well telling me, why are you struggling so much? Isn't it super easy to get a job? Why are this, that, and the third? And I can't deal with it. Just no one understands. They think it's easy. You know how many jobs I've applied to in these past 3 months alone? I've applied to like 15 and waited for them to call back or at least respond. And most of them, they have. They sent me an email after 2 to 3 days of not knowing anything, or I got a phone call, I had an interview, got excited about potentially getting the job, and then they never call back. I've even thought of asking for a raise that I have at the work I'm currently at, and they said no. They said, even though you've been working here for at least like 2 years now, we can't give you the raise because you need to work for longer. And I don't have the time to wait. I need to earn more money. I need to make enough to pay off the debts to the hospital, so they don't send me a letter in the card telling me they're gonna come and repossess things from my home, from where I live. I don't want to have to barely be able to afford groceries without risking not being able to pay my rent. But life's unfair. It's how life is. Just beats the shit out of you. Does whatever it wants with you. Then you're expected to be happy with it. To deal with people saying it's your fault. Or to deal with people saying you're not trying hard enough. You could do this or you could do that. But they know nothing of what's happening. They don't know the situation. But yeah, that's the main reason for why I haven't uploaded anything. at least. Yeah, actually, yeah, I haven't really uploaded anything. Except for Earthbound 3, Mother 3, whatever. For most of those videos had already been recorded, I just edited them and then uploaded them. Yeah, I haven't been in a good place mentally for a while now. And I thought I should give an explanation. At the moment, I'm playing this before headed off to work. Yeah. I've got hospital bills. I got student loans. I got rent, bills, food, all on me. Because I need to take care of my mother. Oh, one last thing. If I'm not able to resolve these issues in the next 9 days, I am gonna disappear from the internet. It's not a lie. The truth. I'll most likely just go off into the void. Because everything's just backing up and this is the end. This is the last month that I can hang on. Last month came really close to me just disappearing and never making any videos or anything ever again. And but I got some help from family. But you already told me that was it. They were gonna help me that month and no more. Now it's all on me. It's time to end. And the main reason I wanted to make this video is to vent. I have no one to vent to. If I vent to my mother, she's the type of person who would just tell me to suck it up. I'm a man. I'm an adult. I should continue to just suffer through the burden. You know, because that's what men do. If I talk to their family members, they will help me a bit, but they're the same. I tell them I think everything sucks, that I'm slowly but surely losing my mental strength. I'm slowly but surely becoming unable to handle everything that's just been piling up. And they tell me that's just life. It is what it is, and I get that it is just life. At the same time, why is everyone just content with the fact that that's how it is? Why does no one want to change anything? Instead, everyone just fights and complains about, oh, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing alright, or I'm going through this. It's all just who's suffering through the worst trauma and handling it. And if you're not handling what you're going through, then you're weak or a wuss, or you're not this or you're not that, or you're not trying hard enough. But I am. That's the thing. It's not like I don't want my life to improve. It's not like I don't want to do all these things. But it's just so hard. You know? It's just so hard that for most people, giving up seems like the easier path. Because, you know, when you're gone, there's nothing to bother you anymore. No more phone calls about things you need to pay for, or about stuff that's happening that you can't change, like health and medical stuff. That is just silence and peace. No more people complaining to you about things. No more bills. No more rent. No more debt. Instead, it's just peace. Just pure peace. But one thing I'm sure of is that these are probably the last few days I'm already in the shitter. I've already given up mentally. It's over. There's nothing that I could do to change my situation except for get a better job and somehow make a bunch of money before the end of the month, which is probably not possible. They always keep your first check, and then there's training, all this other stuff, so that's not happening. And then getting a raise, asking again, or asking for promotion again. But even if they do give me it this time, that's also not going to be active until a week or so, because they take an entire week to change stuff, to increase your pay. I don't have that much time. And it's a lot of things. I have student debt, I have rent, I have bills, I have medical bills from my mother. I have to take care of her because she can't work anymore. I can't afford to get her the surgery to remove the tumor, which just fills me with fear because we don't know when it can become cancerous, and it's already affected her life. It's already making it really hard for her to breathe, and she's already having hallucinations as well, which aren't improving. I have her medicines that I need to pay for to help her sleep, because she says they get worse at night and she's able to hear them talking about her and yelling at her, which is just horrible for me to hear about as well, because I don't hear anything. I know they're in her head, but she doesn't listen. She just tells me, "You're deaf, you can't hear." They're definitely talking. And when I know it's just her all in her head, and I can't do anything. And last month, I was really close to getting evicted because I wasn't able to pay my rent. I was a few $100 short, and I tried to get a raise. I tried to get a better job. Everyone just tells me they got a better person, or we'll call you back, and they never do. And then I had to resort to talking with my family to see if they could help me, and they did, but it was really hard because I had to convince them, and I felt like absolute shit because I hate needing to ask for help. I don't know why. I've been like this since I was little. I've never asked for help. I've always tried to deal with everything on my own. And finally, I just couldn't, and I needed help. And they understood and they helped me, but it was really close. They did tell me that this would be the only time they would help me, and it's already gonna be the end of the month, and then once again I probably won't be able to pay it. The debt collectors as well, for my mother's medical debt, have contacted me, sent letters telling me if I don't pay, that they're gonna come to my address to repossess things so that they could lower my debt. And everything's just been fucking with my head, and I need help. I need help. I did it. I got I did it. I beat the game. But that's just of it. Everything that I've been going through these past few months. I've just been bottling it up inside. The moon is gone? What does that even mean? Okay. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that was cool, I guess. But fortunately, real life's calling. Gotta go to work. So, see you guys later.